two bookstores. No, actually, I went to 3 bookstores in the last. It feels like in the last 24 hours. I bought 3 new beer. Go figure. And whenever I went to the used bookstore, I swear to God, someone that was Ryo's soulmate, I think had donated their entire life to the used bookstore. That's by me. I think because they had a whole lot of DVDs. A lot of them were like really clean, really fresh. Had the inserts and everything, but they're like old stuff. So 2001 to like 2000. Well, I'd say 1998 to probably 2006 series and stuff. There was one that I really wanted, but it was a little bit more expensive, so I talked myself out of it. But they had the DVDs of, it's not a good series. I'll say that much. Ryo has an affinity for heisei series that are not necessarily good. You know, but have something to do kind of otaku culture around the time. There's one series that I grew up watching, should not have grown up watching it, called Handmaid May. Really sweet series. Well, no. Not at all. It's actually like kind of raunchy and definitely did not age well, I'm sure. Definitely did not, as I'm 100% positive. But I do have, yeah, exactly. I have fond memories of it. And they had all the episodes on DVD there. And they were so clean. And they had fold out posters in them. Yeah, it was really difficult for me. Really difficult for me. Because I love this series so much, you know, and it's really cute too. So it was kind of in like the maid boom era. That was happening in like the super late 90s going into the 2000s, where there was like a bunch of like maid type like content that was coming out. You know, a lot of eroge at the time were like maid themed, as well as a lot of anime at the time were maid themed. You know, it was the maid renaissance, you know. So I think because of that, I have such a fondness for this series, because that was like my chosen maid series. But this one was really interesting, because the main like maid of the series she is a doll, basically, very chobits like, but she's like a tiny doll. So she's like one for like your actual computer. So she's like gonna clean up like small areas and something. And she is so cute. They made an actual Volks had made a doll of her, and I need her so bad. She's so cute. It's not necessarily that she's like expensive, but she is difficult to find. So every time I finally see her, it's like she was like sold like 2 days before. I'm like, yeah, but I want her so bad because she's so good. Yesterday, my friend was walking me through a store that sold old PC games, and there's something charming about the 90s to 2000s retro eroge. Absolutely. You know, so one of my favorite things to do. This is really bad. There is one of my favorite things to do there is, what is it called? I think it's called anime, is it just animerandomizer.org? Is it org? It can't be, that seems too classy. I like going on this anime randomizer website, and it takes literally everything from like my anime list, from music videos to like even like Chinese kids shows. Like if it's on my anime list, it's applicable. But one of my favorite things to do, this is my, you know, I feel like a lot of guys have their like, they have like their one red flag, or like their one like, but for me, it's just a love of the aesthetic of it, which is horrible. But I love going on the anime randomizer and going randomize until I either get like an early 2000s eroge 2 or like bishoujo game, or galge like converted to anime adaptation. I will keep hitting it until I find a crummy adaptation, or a shitty OVA, or just a really probably bad like hentai series, or short series or whatever, just so I can look at the covers. Because something about, like, they were so shiny, they were so beautiful. Because a lot of the times they would have, like, it's kind of like, how do I describe it? It's like, you know how, for Shana, for example, they also had a bunch of Shana. They had, like, literally, like, all of Shana at the bookstore today. I was like, ah! But I didn't buy it. I really tried hard to show restraint. I'm gonna go to the bookstore again in a couple of days. So if things are still there, I'm gonna buy it. It's kind of like how a lot of the promotional art for Shana, rather than using the anime artwork, they would use the, like, Noisy Ito's artwork. And it's kind of like that for Haruhi at times too, you know? Rather than using, like, the actual, like, anime promotional images, they would use Noisy Ito's artwork for it. So that way it looks like mwah! Like super chef's kiss, super beautiful. A lot of the times they would do things like that for that type of stuff. I feel like Shuffle did it a lot as well. Used, like, really beautiful art rather than, like, anime key art, you know? Asked if I had any recommendations for, like, heisei series to what, like, heisei slop? Or heisei slop in general? Or, like, actual good stuff. I love slop. Okay. Well, recently, I attempted rewatching School Days. I had to turn it off one episode in, though. I could not do it anymore. I couldn't do it. I was like, man, what's his name? Motoki? Was his name Motoki? Makoto, there we go. So unlikable. So unlikable. When everyone's hating on Makoto, it's necessary. He deserves it. What did I really like? You know, I've been yapping about this one series since I literally debuted. Real old heads will. I'm gonna say it, and everyone's gonna be like, "Alright, dude." But I'm so serious. Rio Rainbow Gate is one of the best slop anime I've ever seen in my life. One of the best slop animes I've ever. Actually, pause. This one isn't necessarily slop, but I remember really enjoying it as a kid. Called Best Student Council. Best Student Council is what it was called. It's really cute. So basically, it's a all-girls school, and we're focusing on, like, basically a student council. But everyone is, like, extremely, like, the cast is really colorful and very fun, and the music is fun, and there's Yuri-ful things. It's just a really good, really cute series. So I'd also recommend Best Student Council. But it's not, I wouldn't necessarily say that Best Student Council is heisei slop. I think in my heart of hearts, I haven't revisited it since I was a kid, but in my heart of hearts, it's actually good. But if you watch it, and it's not, don't tell me. Lots to learn about heisei slopper. There's a lot of heisei slop. What else is slop that I saw? There is School Rumble. Oh, I love School Rumble. I used to have a cat. I named him Harima, based off of Harima from School Rumble. I love School Rumble. Kenna is such a sweet girl.